Live from Los Angeles, here's Everyway Woman.
We have an exciting and jam-packed show for you today, so we're going to jump into one of my favorite segments. It may get heated, but it's never repeated. Open dialogue. So, you know, ladies, the other day at work, we were talking about just some of the things that are going on. And something that's really at the forefront are powerful men and their indiscretions. We have Congressman Weiner, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then John Edwards. So I guess I want to get your input as to what is going on with these powerful men and their indiscretions, Natasha.
Well, it's not just powerful men, because broke men do the same thing too. It's just we don't care about them doing it, but they do the same thing. And it's like, as far as with Anthony Weiner, I just want to know, when is it ever a good idea for a man to send a picture of his little member? Well, it never works out. Women, we do not want to see that.
Well, interesting enough, though, I think that he's getting so much attention because he lied about it. He started off by saying, oh, you know, I don't know, that could have been me. Now, you know, if you took a picture of your situation, if it's you don't have to pretend, right?
And he's a grown man. I just wonder, why is he taking pictures of it, first of all? Well, no one should have pictures of it. Unless it's for your job, you should not have pictures of it.
Well, apparently it was sent to his porn mistress, who's 21 years old. And apparently his wife is now pregnant, I think 10 months or something. But a lot of the media are speculating that she's not actually pregnant. It's just a sympathy call.
To kind of diminish what's going on with him.
Exactly.
Well, listen, when we were talking yesterday with my coworkers, we're talking about, do the wives know? And I made the argument that I absolutely believe that Maria and Congressman Weiner's wife and Elizabeth Edwards knew about it.
Right.
One of my colleagues said no, women don't possibly know. Sehnita, what do you think?
I think they may not know. And the fact is, it's not even the issue of if they sent the picture, if they didn't send the picture. You know, these men are doing crazy things, you know, in their bedrooms, in their personal homes. If it just stayed there, I wouldn't really care. But the fact is, Anthony Weiner, he went on a PR trip to, you know, say, no, I did not do that. I don't know, if, you know, what that picture is of. I think you knew. And the fact that you do that, now I question, if you can do your job, what are you lying about so straight-faced in your job? Now that's where it counts.
Okay, let's get back to that. Christina,
I was going to totally agree with Sehnita. What I wanted to say is I think these men in higher power are just privileged. They have this elite factor where they think, oh, it's okay, I can have 20 mistresses, I can send my, you know, pictures of my little member, you know, and do all this kind of stuff because I'm Anthony Weiner, I'm Schwarzenegger, I can do what I want.
Interesting, I was watching a movie with Nixon was in, and Nixon said that power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. So if you could take that into the constant contents of what we're speaking about. But I guess I want to go back to one piece. Why does it seem that what you have at home is just not enough? Natasha made a good point, broke or not, men are still doing it.
I think it's just because he could get away with it. That's like any man or any woman for that matter.
Sorry they got caught.
They think they can get away with it. And you do as much as you can get away with until you get caught. Then once you get caught, you're all sad.
Okay, but we're a show that's geared towards women. Are we not fulfilling our men at home?
No,
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
That's you personally. If you're the type of person that is going to send pictures of yourself out, if you're the type of person that's going to cheat, that's a character flaw you have. Doesn't have anything to do with what's going on at home. You're supposed to work on that.
Okay, so you think that in all these situations they were completely fulfilled at home and that the wife just, I'm just asking, that the wife has
Well, how
no
could that fulfill you to be on Twitter? That's not fulfilling.
Okay.
Well, to some men that is. To some men, I mean, I totally agree. I think that's a character issue. I think it's a character flaw. But you never know what these women are doing. Maybe they have so much money, they're just going out to Bloomingdale's and wherever and shopping and not even paying attention that they're, you know, not giving their man what he needs.
You know, I mean, looking at the situation of Maria Shriver, I mean, I think that one really upset me because they were a strong couple. You know, they look like a great family. And I just can't believe that Maria Shriver was not, you know, taking care of things at home in all ways. And so, you know, that is just something about ego. And, you know, the thing that I wonder about these guys, obviously it's the ego that gets them to those power positions. True. So it's that balance of they need that power to get to those positions, but then how do they balance it?
Okay, so let's move on to if it's not right at home, you might not have a home, therefore you'll be broke. So we'll go to the economy. And I had to use that because if it's not right at home, you might be broke. Some people say we're in a recession. Some people say we're not in a recession. Some people say unemployment is up. Some people say unemployment is down. Where are we? bad, I mean, bad, good, I think that we're at the beginning of the bottom of the pits. That's my opinion as relates to the economy.
Well,
Natasha.
the problem too with the jobs, they're saying yes, you know, there are jobs out there,
right?
But they're not jobs that pay as well as all the jobs that have left. So it's like, yes, I may have a job, but I'm underemployed and I'm not making the same amount of money.
Right.
So my money that I would have had before is not going into the economy. I can't go to Ralph's. Now I got to go grocery shopping at the 99-cent store.
Right, and also on that note, I just want to interject. Also, when you go to Ralph's or whatever supermarket, prices are at an influx. You know, gas prices are high to get to work, to the job that you're getting minimum wage for, that you should be getting more for, especially if you have, you know, so-and-so degrees or awards or whatnot, or recognition. Prices are high, you know, the housing mortgage is a bust. I mean,
well, to bring some more fact to this, they're saying that about 14 million people, it's believed that about 14 million people are unemployed. But it's really more 22 to 23 million people are unemployed when you think about people who are working, who are underemployed or who are in bad positions. And that 14 million, they're really only talking about people who have looked for jobs. There are people who've been so unemployed, have been so employed for so long that they've stopped looking for a job. Which now leads me to Los Angeles, where we live. Okay, we could talk about the economy from a broad perspective, but for Los Angeles, we have everything going on. We have potholes. We have homes that are, I saw this new statement, it's called strategic foreclosure, where people who can afford to stay in their homes are deciding not to stay because they're just giving away money. Sehnita, what do you think about where we live in Los Angeles and the economy?
Well, you know, the great thing about LA is that there is a lot to take part of. You know, yes, maybe, you know, this might not be a great time to buy houses. Actually, even with that, they're starting to say it is starting to be better to buy houses versus renting. So, you know, it is a down period. I mean, the economy, LA, nationally, we are struggling, but that, you know, as far as bottom of the barrel, it is rising up. And the fact is, one of the things I actually, before moving on to LA, that I wanted to talk about, you know, I think the common people are maybe struggling, but there are a lot of companies out there that have record profits going on, that are doing really well. Why aren't they hiring?
So when you say the common people, you're talking about us. I just wanted to define common people.
Why not? Why not?
But the companies are doing well.
The companies are doing well, so why isn't it trickling down?
Okay, so
because they're not paying people. It's like, yeah, McDonald's is doing well, but they're not paying people.
It's not McDonald's. It's some of the top companies out there are having record profits right now, and you know, the whole point of it was supposed to be the idea that if companies are doing well, then they're going to hire, they're going to expand, they're going to, you know, bring more products out there. Why isn't that happening? That's my question.
Well, we've talked about powerful men, the economy, and LA economy. We can keep going on and on. When we return, we're going to have a candid dialogue about women in the media. Stay tuned.
Here's Everyway Woman.
Joining us now is Michelle Rivera, and it is from Mommyhood to Hollywood.
Thank you so much for getting that right. It's like the mommies are in the hood. You don't know how many people call it Mommywood. It drives me insane.
They're giving you a new city.
Yes. Mommyhood to Hollywood.
Now it has the cutest stuff. A new online boutique.
Yes, thank you.
I love that. And even though I don't have kids, I can use those little inner tubes for my drinks when I go to the pool.
Goodbye for my kids. You know what's funny about this? Well, with the online boutique, a lot of people don't know that anybody can have a boutique and not put any money into it online.
Really?
I actually, there's many affiliate programs out there, and my online boutique is powered through Amazon.
Okay.
So basically, anybody who has a website can submit their website to Amazon, for instance, or eBay, and if they accept your website, you can become an affiliate and build a boutique. So I decided to build an online boutique because my website is all about celebrity moms and giving the everyday mom, you know, the A-list life without paying the A-list price. And I found myself constantly going to Amazon, finding all these great deals. And so finally I was like, you know what? I should open up an online boutique using Amazon.
And that's great for moms to know.
Right, that's great info for our viewers.
Have the kids running around
I mean,
while you're at home.
It's a great way to make an income, and I mean, you don't have to put any money into it. If you have a working website and you submit your site and they like your concept and they accept you into the program, you can build your own boutique online. So that's what I did.
That's great.
Yeah,
well, with the way unemployment is, that's a good tip right there.
Oh, yes. Well, and for stay-at-home moms to make money, you know.
And Michelle, what's the website for our viewers?
It's called mommyhoodtohollywood.com. It's a website and blog. I interview celebrities. I just did actually an interview with Kathy Wakili from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh. So that was fun. That was a fun interview. It was juicy, but
slapping.
there wasn't any slapping, but a little talk about the cousin and the whole situation with the family feud. But basically, the website is all about giving your little ones the A-list life, but also throwing in that fun, with all the celebrity gossip and the celebrity mom news. So.
And there's so much now of a celeb baby boom.
Oh,
and I think times have changed so much because do you think now that celebrities are having babies to help their careers?
I don't know necessarily if they're having babies to help their careers. However, I think having a baby is like the best accessory in Hollywood right now.
First it was Paris Hilton and the dog.
First it was the dog. Now it's the baby bump and the baby. I mean, everybody's adopting or getting pregnant. In January of 2011, People magazine actually listed 23 celebrity moms who were expecting babies. That was just in January.
Wow.
By now, that number has grown.
Well, I think that everyone is experiencing the depression and the recession and unemployment. So I think they don't have a lot of work to do. So they're just doing other things, making babies.
Well, that
cheaper than going out.
But what about the celebrities who have the many? I mean, what's going on with that? I actually wrote a blog called Pregnancy Goes Viral in Hollywood. And I actually had a joke that they must have put something in like the Chardonnay or I mean, what's in the water in Hollywood that everybody is pregnant right now and having babies. So I just think it's
one of the factors is because now, women, we come to the realization that as we get older, it gets harder and harder. So I think a lot of it, has to do with age factor. And these women are like, yes, I want a baby, and I got 15 minutes left on my AIDS.
That could be part of it. I mean, you see a lot of twins being born in Hollywood, and of course, a lot of that's because of fertility treatment. And I'm sure a lot of these older moms, they're not old, of course, but older moms who maybe are having more difficulty getting pregnant.
Older by Hollywood standards.
Yeah, by Hollywood standards. So they turn to fertility treatments because they probably feel like, their 15 minutes is up to have a baby.
Okay.
But there's a lot of young moms having babies in Hollywood.
So tell me, I want to know.
Like
I want to know
Natalie
who's
Portman.
Yes,
I mean,
Natalie.
she's only in her 20s and she's expecting her first baby. She has not told the media when that baby's coming, but everybody suspects it's any week now.
Okay.
So, and I hope so, because that poor thing, I mean, she is ready to pop now. So,
we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been, I've been there. I remember at the end, I was like, God, please somebody just take this baby out of there already. So, But as of now, I mean, the latest celebrity births was Pink.
Yes.
And her husband, Carrie Hart, and they welcomed a baby girl, Willow Sage. And we all love those Hollywood baby names.
Yes.
Natasha, maybe not so much.
Well, your parents, there's like certain names you should not name your kids, but they're going to be rich, so they won't ever have to get a job and make a resume.
I'm so glad they got back together. They're such a cute couple.
I know, they are a cute couple. I was happy that they were able to work out all their issues, too.
So cute.
Willow Sage, that's a nice
She
name.
was born on she was born on June 2nd in LA, and Pink tweeted, "We are ecstatic to welcome our new baby girl, Willow Sage Hart. She's gorgeous just like her daddy."
Oh, cute.
So, I thought that was sweet. And her daddy is,
And she's not sure who that man is.
Natasha. I love coming on the show because Natasha, I love like her random comments.
Yeah.
She is so hilarious. She is so hilarious. I love Natasha. Now the next celebrity baby that was born was to Jennifer Connelly and her husband Paul Bettany, and they welcomed their daughter, and the daughter's name is Agnes Lark. I don't know if any comments on the table about that name.
Agnes, like old school Agnes?
Agnes,
Okay.
yeah. It is kind of
nice, bringing back the old school
name. Yeah.
1940s glam.
Yeah, she was born on May 31st. And I have to give Jennifer
Smells like
some
Ben
props.
Gay.
I have to give her some props because she had the baby at home. She had a home birth.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And
I must not have good insurance.
I could never do that. Yeah, that must have been it.
You know what? That's a trend, though, right? Of having the babies at home and having babies in the water.
Yes,
water
and I
birth.
believe she
Water
did
births.
have a water birth.
Okay.
If you ask me to have a water birth, I want drugs. I mean, like, don't ever ask me to have a water birth. So anyhow, that was my two celebrity babies that are the newest happenings here in Hollywood.
Well, congratulations to all the babies in Hollywood, especially to Pink and
Agnes
Jennifer.
Lark. That sounds like a presidential name.
It does.
Maybe
actually.
she's hoping
Agnes
she'll be
Lark.
president.
Yes, okay.
Actually, earlier you had asked me about if it's launched any Hollywood celebrities' careers having kids, and someone like Brooke Burke, who's the host of Dancing with the Stars, she's created She's created an online magazine called Modern Mom. She has a baby belt called Babouche.
Right.
So she's really, I don't want to say she's capitalized on being a mom, but she has really turned it into a career for her.
A new light bulb just turned on because, you know, when you do it, when you shift into a different light, like a mom or an entrepreneur, something else just comes on. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
And she's on the cover of Red Book, and she looks fabulous.
She does.
She looks really very nice as a mom.
She is beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you. I love being here. Thank you, ladies.
We love having you.
From Mommyhood to Hollywood.
Hi, I'm Madison Gray with an Everyway Woman Fitness Secret. Have you ever gone to the gym and seen those guys really working out and pumping up? Well, I'll tell you what, those guys are onto something. If you go to the gym and you have a part of the body that you really want to sculpt or work on, go stand in front of the mirror and really work out that part. Look at yourself. Watch that muscle come in, watch it come all the way out. Take your time with it. Love your muscle a little bit. It will love you back by toning up. Stay with us for more Everyway Woman.
Here's Everyway Woman.
We're back with our Women in the Newsroom Faces of Los Angeles segment. And the person we're spotlighting today is Sehnita Joshua Matheson.
You got that all out. I know.
She is an anchor and news person with Crown City News here in Pasadena.
Absolutely.
Sehnita, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got there.
Okay. Well, you know, I've been producing for quite some time. I started first off with the Judge Judy, a little judge named Judy. So I was on that program for a while, and from there I moved to Tell Pictures. There was the Larry Elder Show, so I was producing for that. It was a great experience. We had all different types of topics, and I've just loved producing all, you know, from the beginning. I just think it's a great way to be a lifelong learner. You're always learning something new. You're always meeting new people. So it's a great experience. And then moving to Pasadena, I was looking around, wanted to get involved in the local community, and I just had this great opportunity finding Crown City News, Tammy Devine there. And you know, Tammy has just been such a great mentor for me.
So how would let's say a young lady who's interested in pursuing journalism, what are some of the educational requirements that she may need or to pursue that?
Yeah. You know, journalism is tough right now because obviously, you know, there are newsrooms laying off people and, you know, cutting back staff and all of that. So it's not an exciting time to be in journalism unless you love it. And that's with everything. You know, you really have to have a passion for it, and I do. So you just have to throw yourself in there, basically.
But are there more, besides being in the newsroom, can there be maybe writing for newspapers or articles for magazines? Is there other avenues, aspects of journalism that can be pursued that might still be interesting?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, you don't just have to go to journalism school because it is expensive. But, you know, you can do writing. You can, you know, just like you're doing here with Everyway Woman, you know, if you have an idea for a show, make it happen. You know, don't wait for someone else to have the show, make it happen yourself. So there's all different ways to get involved, especially now with all the technology out there. You can do podcasts, you can, you know, write blogs.
YouTube and everything.
Exactly. That though also is making it much more competitive because now everybody's got a camera on their phone.
That's true.
So now everybody's calling themselves a cameraman. And the quality though, it's like how do you do your own thing but you keep that quality?
Well, that's the thing. That's why you have to have the passion for it. So you have to find something that's going to be your niche, something that you can say, I'm an expert at this. So don't just go to, you know, Jane over there, or, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. I know what I'm talking about here. So that's what we're all trying to do, right?
So let's talk about some of the women in journalism right now that are doing some great things. It was just a big announcement was made yesterday. Talk about that one.
Well, so that was Katie Couric or Ann Curry?
Ann Curry.
Ann Curry, you know, I am just rooting for Ann Curry because Ann Curry was just the underdog. You know, she was on the Today Show, but was she? You know, they always put her in that you know, small little box. And it's like, Ann, a little to the left, a little to the left. They were always moving her around, moving her off. And now she's the big dog. And I'm excited for her because, you know, she's an everyway woman. She
really is.
She really is.
And one of the things I like too now about news is you see so many more, you know, so much more diversity now.
Right.
You don't have to be blonde and blue-eyed. Now we got everybody. And I'm rooting for Ann Curry
well, also,
too.
you don't have to be a man. Before it was just men, and now it's like we have women that are sexy, not so sexy. We have the glamorous, the not so glamorous. And of course, it all boils down to having that passion
And
that
I
you're
think
talking about.
that's excellent. Barbara Walters told a wonderful story in her memoirs about just having to fight up that ladder and see where she is today.
Yeah.
So we have really made some strides. Let me ask you this. You're in Crown City. You're locally. Tell us some exciting things that are going on around here.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of changes. There's always something with the schools, you know, school board. So upcoming this summer, they're looking for a new superintendent, which, you know, is a big deal because they really like their superintendent, Edwin Diaz, and he's not going to be there anymore. And it really just shows how tough it is in education.
Where do you get inspiration for your stories that you do? What's your inspiration?
You know, it's just listening to everyday people, meeting people. In fact, just recently we did a segment talking about Bobby Fischer. Now, do you guys know who Bobby Fischer is? Well, you know, he's the chess master. A lot of people know the name Bobby Fischer, and there's been movies, and there was just a documentary on HBO. And I was like, I've heard the name Bobby Fischer, but I really couldn't tell you anything about him besides that he plays chess. So just the fact that I wanted to learn more about Bobby Fischer, that's why I did the segment. And that's why I talked to a local, someone with the Pasadena Chess Club who actually played with Bobby Fischer back in the 60s.
Wow.
And really followed his career closely. So that was very exciting to me.
And how do you do all this and you have a beautiful baby?
I have a
How can you do all
She
this?
is an everyday woman.
And you look
And she looks fabulous.
Well, thank you, thank you. You know, I think just what they were saying before in the motherhood segment, that, you know, if you're not happy, you need to have other outlets, because I love my kid to death. I really do. But, you know, I want to have other things to show him about. You know, show him, have him meet new people, have him experience new things.
Right.
So it all goes together.
And you're also working for the future of your children and for the better life that you guys want. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Sehnita, it was a pleasure spotlighting you
Thank you.
for our Faces of LA.
Well, I
Thank you for
appreciate you having
joining
us here. You are all lovely.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank our guests for joining us today. Sehnita, Joshua Matheson, Jillian Lauren, and Michelle Rivera from Mommyhood to Hollywood. But most importantly, we'd like to thank you for joining us. If you'd like to continue the dialogue, please join us at everywaywoman.com. If you'd like to be a part of the show, email our producers at everywaywoman.com. Until next time, good night.
This has been an Everyway Woman production.